Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I've decided to create this monochrome bronzed makeup look. Hope you guys like it. Let's go ahead. Forgive the brows guys, I don't really do my brows, but for this tutorial I'm going to be using the Maybelline Tattoo Brow. It's in chocolate brown. I love using this for days when I really don't feel like having to sit with a brow pomade and a brush. Next, I'm covering my entire lid with Dermacolor in D4 or 5. You can use any eye prep you want. And then I'm going to be going in with a peachy shade. This is my transition shade, so I've decided to blend it all the way from above my eyelid to below my brow bone. Next, we're going to be going in with a taupe shade, so it has a slightly purple undertone, and both these shades are from my SophX Revolution palette, one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I'm now going to go ahead and contour the other eye, or using the Crease shade in the taupe, starting at the outer corner. You want to make sure that this is well blended, especially for this look. If you want to have a really natural, really beautiful, well blended look. I'm now going to wet my brush for more intense color. But you don't really need to damp your brush if you have a great palette like the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette Remastered, which I am using here, and I've decided to go in with the color Cocoa. You want to pay close attention to the shape that you are creating. Of course, if you're going to use a different shape, it's going to completely change the look. So I've decided to go with the natural shape of my eyes and just extend it out to a little bit above my eyelid. Next, I'm going to be adding some reflective color. This is the color Fling from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette Remastered. This is great for adding this sort of halo effect, but more subtle, because we're going for a monochrome look. So I've decided to match the shade. I'm using just my finger to add and blend in that color. So you want to make sure that you concentrate that color on the center of your lid and blending it outwards and inwards, and then going just above the lid. Now going to add some highlighter to the brow bone area. I am using a champagne gold and it's Bubbly from the Huda palette. I'm going to add that to the inner corners of the eye as well. And I'm now going to take a fluffy blending brush to make sure that we blend both the transition and crease shades with the highlighted brow shade. I think this is a step that a lot of artists and newbies, when you're starting out with makeup, you tend to not do that, but I think it's a very important step for you to blend your transition and your crease shades with your brow bone highlighter shade. Next, I've decided to go for a more natural sort of eyeliner, so something that's not too dark, and I've decided to use the Essence eyeliner pen in black. Now we're going to apply color correction to all those darker areas, which include under the eyes, around the nose and mouth, and anywhere that you might have spots. I'm going to be using the orange shade from the Kryolan color correcting palette. For this step, please feel free to use your fingers. It's a lot easier to blend, and it's usually what I do. I just decided to use a smaller brush this time. Next, I'm going in with my buffing brush from Real Techniques, so we can now blend out that orange shade so it doesn't appear too patchy or show under the foundation. So I've decided to try the Dermacolor D4 or 5 under my eye over the orange instead of a yellow corrector, and let's just see how this turns out. You can also use a yellow corrector over the orange to get a more neutral tone. But right now I kind of want to brighten up my face because I've got a lot of sunburn. Now going in with one of my favorite foundations, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, which has a nice little mix between being a full coverage foundation and something that's a little bit more radiant. I'm using the shade 290. Make sure you blend around your nose and mouth areas very carefully. You just want to make sure that the contours of your face are well blended. Okay guys, I'm now going to quickly peel off that Maybelline tattoo brows. I'm quite happy with the result. Of course, what you guys like is your preference, but I usually prefer a more natural brow. It's just sometimes, I guess for some of the tutorials, I will be showing you guys a full coverage brow tutorial. So I've gone ahead and just brushed up my brows, just to make it a little neater. You can go ahead and fill in your brows if you need to. Next, I'm going to contour with the Rimmel London Insta Duo Contour Stick. I'm only going to be using the contour side, and I'm going to be using a different highlight. I'm going in with a fluffy contour brush which is slanted. This is usually my preferred brush for contouring. Next, I'm going in with my buffing foundation brush in order to blend out that contour. Now we're going to highlight using the setting brush from Real Techniques, which I'm then going to dampen with my Tarte Stay Spray and use the Flormar Baked Powder in Dual Gold, which has both a beautiful champagne gold and a bronzy gold shade, which I'm going to mix up and add on. It's really important to blend this well, as you don't want a streak of highlighter. You want to make sure that it's nicely blended and comes across as natural and radiant. Now using one of my very understated blushes, it is from Avon and it's the Ideal Blush shade in Mauve. Most of the brushes I own are from Creative Glamour and Burst brushes. You can find them online. So I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose as well using the Rimmel London Insta Duo Contour in dark. Just trying to get those lines even. To blend this out, I'm using a smaller slanted brush because we don't want it all over the nose, just around the areas that we've contoured. Just going to go ahead now and just blend that up to the brow. Next, we're going to go on to lips, and I'm starting off with the Flormar Lip Pencil in 216, the Golden Rose Long Stay Liquid Matte Lipstick in number 16, And of course, the Golden Rose Smart Lips in number 6. And of course, you can top it off with any of your favorite pink or mauve lip glosses. Next, we're going in with the RCMA setting powder, one of my favorite no color setting powders. I'm just using a normal powder puff here, and I'm actually contouring and setting my under eye at the same time. Next, I'm going in with one of my absolute favorites, the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes. I love to coat the top of my lashes and then start with underneath my lashes, starting from the root in a zigzag motion all the way to the tip. This will help to give your lashes lift as well as volume and of course curl. I'm now using a peach shade from one of my favorite palettes, the NYX Butt Naked palette. Going to use this now to line my under eyes to complement that peachy shade that we've got on the lid. I'm now going to go ahead and dust off that excess powder using a fluffy brush. Time to add some gloss, don't you think? I'm using the Christian Dior Brilliant Gloss in number 271. And we are finally at the end, and we're going to finish it off with the Tarte Stay Spray. And just a little thing I love to do is to use my Chinese fan to set that makeup. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is my first makeup tutorial, so I will improve. And thank you so much for subscribing, and hope you guys will give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you'd like to see more of. Thank you. Bye.